through the Spirit and power, Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. Peace and salutation to the Akim, the Modi, pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. And the brothers from Trinidad, GMS Camp, coming to with another edifying lesson, edifying elect. Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. You know, we just flow through the Spirit, you know. That's another topic, you know, talking about, you know, you keep grounded in Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, you know, you can't have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. For all these things that were gained to we had accounted loss for Yahweh Shai. For Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. We had accounted all these things loss. Right? Just say, you know, you wanna gain this soul and what? Lose your soul for what? Temporal riches, vain things. When the Lord promised me a better inheritance, everlasting. And men will go the way in this system, with this system about to collapse still, for what? For this bread, where Yahweh Shai say, He will give you that water, He will give you that bread, that everlasting bread. That you'll never go thirsty or hungry. You know? You can bring out
Matthew 13:20. This is Matthew chapter 13 and verse 20. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Verse 21. Yet had he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended.
A lot of them don't have the understanding. And this would the feelings are better roses. When the scripture says, he said, my son, when thou comest to serve, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Set thy heart aright.
There's no white picket fence, and this is the real deal. This is the Evander Holyfield, the real deal. You know? And a lot of them, when persecution or torment, the Lord's a job, the Lord's a wife, you know, they're being hated for this truth. They just give in, they just crack and go back into the world. Right? The scripture says what? Double-minded man is unstable in his other's way. They can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Right? You get there Philippians 3 and 7.
Philippians 3 and 7. I have it. This is Philippians 3 and 7. But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Hamashiach.
Yeah, whatever gain to you, whether your children, your wife, your job. How will the scripture say? If you love your wife or your children better than the Most High, you is not worthy of your Bashem Yoshai. If you love them more than the Most High, or you love your job more than the Most High, that you will make the time for your job rather than the Most High. No, you have to have balance with yourself and put your Bashem Yoshai first. Right? He's a God with godly jealousy. Right? The Lord don't want you the little, you know. The Lord want your all, boy. You gotta give the Lord your all. You gotta give your first. They what the Lord require your first, not your second. Watch what Cain did. Watch what Cain did. Yeah? And watch what Abel did. Abel gave you first. Without blemish. He made lamb. And watch what Cain do. Cain was again, the both side left over by the rotten goods and thing by. No. You had to give your first. Right? When you look at the incident, what happened with Moses when Moses come into the truth. Right? Before we bring out that precept, we get there Hebrews 11:25. Right. When you understand God, Moses, he leave off of these worldly things.
Hebrews 11 and verse 25, as well as 24. Say by faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of power than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Moses, yeah, he call these things down by for Yahweh Bashem Yoshai's sake, and they were reading here in Philippians 3. Right? We had to count these things lost for Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. Moses come that loss.
So that, yeah, I think also Paul speak about it. Paul say, you know, all these things as nothing. As I say, want to know. So if I preach not the gospel,
Okay.
understand? How fast we say this?
times more. Can.
You understand? I'm not good. Explain.
Yeah, well, coming to the knowledge of this truth, you know, there was a time we was in slave plantation Christianity, and although we didn't know the names Yahweh and Yahushai, we still used to consider that we were sinners, you know. So sometimes we used to offer these prayers asking, you know, JC to forgive us. But now that we have the truth, seek Yahweh 10 times more. Now self you're supposed to be occupied and considering your ways, because now you have the truth. Because scripture say, he who wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So this truth is the way of understanding, and you have to ensure that your feet is planted on the straight and narrow. As the scripture says, strive to enter in at the straight gate. You see, with this truth, now is not the time to want to test and see what you have out there. You was out there before, and the Spirit of the Lord called you out of darkness into light. So everything you do, you must carefully consider, and consider that, hey, I need my foot to be planted on this spot. And that foot can only be planted when you have Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai at the helm. Yeah, that's your first priority. That's your first love. Because we have a responsibility and a mandate in this truth to seek Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai and his righteousness, and all other things will be added unto you. But these things can be added if you don't do what is first required, which is seeking Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. You know, so.
And I think the other thing, I'm for Jacob, and then Korah, and then about myself before.
Remember your first love, right?
Finish that.
Yeah.
Well, I have a precept here while we're looking. Luke chapter 2. Now, our greatest example is Yahushai. So when Yahushai parents realized in the caravan that, wait, Yahushai not there, they went back to Jerusalem to look for him. Now they're picking it up from verse 49, and he said unto them, how is it that ye sought me? Wist ye not that I must be about my Father's business? Yahushua's first priority was to be occupied with his Father's business. What is your priority? Now verse 50 says, they understood not the saying which he spake unto them. And he went down with them and came to Nazareth and was subject unto them. But his mother kept all these sayings in her heart. So at that time, when he said he was about his Father's business, and he did at that time what he was supposed to do, which was conversing with the elders, you see, there was a period now he had to subject himself to his parents, follow under their rule. But when he was called to the ministry, now what did he do? He leave from under his parents, and he was totally occupied. So we are all men in this vehicle. We are all men in this truth. And yes, we have our families that we need to take care of. But if we don't ensure that we are about Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai's business first, remember, everything we receive it of the Lord. Behold, as Job said, behold, the Lord give it and the Lord take it away. So you fighting to hold on to your family here and to please them. The Lord can take that away from you. And when he take that away from you, what you have? You're going to follow the truth. Because you attach your hope, your faith, your everything to the family that you have. And brothers have been making the mistake of being occupied and taking care of the household before the household of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. And Yahushai clearly stated that he was about his Father's business, because there comes a time when a man would have to leave father and mother, leave children, and hold on to this truth. Remember your hand on the plow, you can't look back. You know? Just know that what you lose on this side, you're going to receive it 100-fold. I just tell my children that every day. For what coming on the earth, do not turn all your back on Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai to save me. Let me die. Because I am going to let all you die for the sake of getting all you back in the kingdom. And there's the mindset we have to be occupied in. And it's sad to say, to have some men who hand on the plow and they're turning back. They're watching, they're not occupied in terms of going forward.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. You understand? So,
Okay.
Everyone's eating.
Everyone's as the brother's going to maintain. You know, so don't be amazed when they reach to that lower state, because understand that sometimes, you know, we're gonna be like pilgrim. Coming that time we're gonna be like pilgrim, you know. So we're gonna leave everything behind and be all about the Father's business, because when the scripture say it's a blessed as we that when the Lord come and see so doing his work. You understand? So you can't get caught up. This is our balance. You have to understand where the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding come in. Basically, like wisdom. And the scripture say like wisdom and knowledge with the stability of thy time. And in the time we living in, apply wisdom to your life. So you know, alright, our wife, our children at home, our bills to pay, and the Lord works to see about, our tithes to pay, charity to give. So it's a balance with this. So you're fully occupied. You're fully occupied in prophecy also. So you're applying at your post. You apply at your post. So alright, you don't work at a certain time at your post. You know, alright, when you come off of your post, you go and see about your house soon. As you work at 1 Timothy chapter 5, don't be an infidel. You understand? So you have to make sure to see about your house. You have to make sure and make sure that it have food, to take to drink. You understand? So if you know when brethren come to visit you, you understand? You be the man who makes sure your household in order. So that brother will say, alright, you know, I can your house in order. Sometimes it mightn't be good all the time, but it's the brotherhood for that, it's the church for that. You understand? But still, like you go ahead, I'm very impressed with what I
This is because Romans 8 and verse 18, and it says, For I reckon at the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
It is worthy to be compared with your Basha which I have in store for the righteous. Right? So men, you know, who be restless, who can hold all night to say, you know, the pain in a triple shift or double shift. Scripture say watching for riches, drive away sleep. You damaging yourself watching for riches. Yeah? You watching for riches. We're going and consume your flesh. To make who rich? You're making the enemy rich.
Yeah, because this week and last week, now with my conscience, like, you know, you're giving more time on trying to prep yourself for the job back out in the city. And like, I try to do the balance off, because whole day on the land, see about net, and then after 1 trip, time flying with the speed for the like say. You're supposed to know this, so when you check the time now, where you ain't get time to watch a lesson, you ain't get time to put a lesson together. So it's like, nah, it ain't adding up. You understand? So that balance, you know, today you do some, to relax back. You take in videos, you know, you go back to the apostles' videos. You understand? You're making sure you're up and you're watching. You understand? Because this is the time when, like in scripture, when Yahushua say, you tell Peter to be up, watch and pray with him. Same way we have to be in that spirit, we have to be up, watch and pray, because the enemy coming like a flood soon. Sooner than meeting. You understand? Because I think no man that your house I know the time when he come to visit the earth. You understand? But we know as women and Lord, we are revealing the secret that the servants of the prophets. We know at the time when we see what's happening right now. You understand? Where you can't get money in your bank account. You understand? Where you see advertisements coming with the MOTV. You understand? We see all these unrighteous decree laws coming out. But they tell the word of the Lord, the Bible, and the Bible. All these things we see in prophecies coming to pass. Until it's not make it come into full effect. You understand? So we as men and Lord, we have to be on high alert. This is when we have to be in. This is not we rest. So how you can be laid back?
Have a praise up when you finish, right?
You could never know a man. You could never know if a man perfect. But you know, if you always to say, well, you know, you're always providing, you're always giving him, you're always doing this. You could never know if a man perfect. But how you don't know when a man perfect is when you bring him in that low state.
Yeah.
To hear what you will do.
Yeah.
To hear every way you will say.
What you do.
Right? Just as they what the Lord did to Job.
Yeah.
And with all that, holy integrity.
Sin, yeah.
Integrity.
Right? So to know the perfect way, we had to go through this.
Have a precept here when you think.
To know if we go to say, well, you know, to hell with the Mosai, to forget about the Mosai, let me go. But let me go back and ask my boss for my job. Let me go back and serve the white man, you know? They gave me trust.
That go back in this place that say, blessed is the man right? That when the Lord come back, see him soon win, right? What you with the brother who die say made who was the brother again?
Brother Yassad.
Yassad Khan. When the brother I'm not sure who who had the dream, but what did it say? Right, he mean Lamar, right? Khan. Don't worry, because he made perfect now.
Khan. This is 1 Corinthians 2:9. But as it is written, remember the scripture say declaring the end from the beginning. We were told what the end would be. Not just the end of Esau, but for the end of the sons of God, the prophets. But as it is written, I had not seen, nor ear heard, neither have it entered into the heart of man, the things which power had prepared for them that love him. This labor and love we doing here is truly worth it. Now the world can't see the reward based on what we doing. So you see, the world's looking at things through the carnal eyes. We're looking through the spirit. We are no longer led by the flesh. We are led by the spirit. So the things that we see, they can't see. Now we see in the end and the reward that Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai have in store for those that love him. Hence the reason we occupied in prophecy, we labor in. We turning we backs on friends and family, on jobs for the sake of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai. You know, if my job come and tell me you have to shave your beard, I walking away from that.
That's how many running.
I ain't doing that. You see, we see what Job did. I did a lesson on this a couple days ago. Maintain thine integrity. We have a lot of men who claim they for Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai, but when you weigh them on the scale, they don't have integrity. When you look at what integrity means, it's holding on to your values, your belief, in spite of what you know. Even when the situation arises where you can lose your life, the elect at that time who going to have the heads cut off. It's going to be cut off because why? They maintain integrity. Look at the mother and the 7 sons in Maccabees. How were they able to hold on in spite of that? Because they maintain integrity. We see the 3rd son, as the scripture say, before the executioner could even walk up to him, he walked out and he stretched out his hand and his tongue. And he said, I offer this now. He said, the Lord is going to give it back to me. So we had to be in that spirit.
And that's why the scripture says in 2 Ezra 2:42, reading down. He said, these are the men that stood stiffly
For the name.
for the name of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai. These are the men that keep their integrity. And hey, I read it. What I think it was Eliezer. He said, you rather to die than to eat the swine flesh.
Yes, God.
Eliezer?
I think it wasn't Eliezer.
It wasn't.
It was Eliezer.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
He said you rather to die than to be stained.
Yeah, because
Eat that swine flesh.
He could have get the opportunity to eat normal meat and play like eating the swine flesh.
Can.
But since he named the evil spoken of, that's roughly paraphrasing, he had to die. You know?
So we had to keep
9 Maccabees. Can. 9 Maccabees.
It's because Hebrews 10:23 and it says, it's the back of the brother we were sitting there on. Right, let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promised.
So read it back again.
Hold fast, my verse like let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering.
So any time COVID, right? A lot of these Christians and their organization and their church didn't hold fast their faith.
Oh.
Right? They didn't believe in the power they believe in. They didn't put a trust in him. Because they put a trust in Esau, they put a trust in the so-called white man. That the so-called white man belong the issue from them. And the white man don't belong the issue from them. Because the scripture says the Lord, the Most High belong in the issue from them. Right? They run and take the job. They run and take it. They had no faith.
Can.
Right? But guess what? The men of the Lord, they hold the integrity. Hey, we ain't taking that.
Can.
Right? Wherever one hardship come, right? Hey, we face it as a man. Guess what? All whoever put the trust in Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai was not confounded. Right? A lot of jakes through that pandemic. Hey, the Lord provide for them.
Yeah.
I myself work for the whole
pandemic. Me too.
the Lord provide for me. When James was saying, boy, I run and take this and look how all you working now, boy.
And me and all
They wanted to see me suffer.
Yeah.
Jake said, boy, I wanted to see all your tongue out, all your move, boy. All you had to go and get the thing, boy. I say, I know the power I serve. And that the mindset we had to be in. That when Jacob trouble come in, before we trust in your Basha Mishai, he will provide, boy.
So you said it just show you how the different minds about Amon of the Lord and these two tools, because I remember a point that time around the same COVID, it had a Jacob of Northern Kingdom, in little English, was working with me, so I was showing him the Lord and I wanted to do stuff and but some other Northern Kingdom get a work in a small company and they had to take the job now. And here, as I was telling him, hey, don't take that, you know. You're working with me, you can eat, you know, and I gotta make sure that you function. Once you're around me, I gotta make sure whatever you get, if it's anything trend, whatever it is. Because he was always a helpful Jake now. You know, a helpful Northern Kingdom, and you know, he's still going behind, you know, Jake will be Jake, go on and take the job. I know when he take the job, you know, he didn't get picked for the work. Take the job and didn't get picked for the work. I'll just show you that. They don't trust in Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. They don't believe in the Lord, so they actually they're faithless. A lot of these people are faithless. You understand? Their mind, you understand, destroyed for lack of knowledge. So they just living living in a bubble. So only we had the eyesight basically from the Yahweh Hashem Yoshai will make us up from the darkness into this marvelous light to know our purpose as human beings, you know our integrity and know what is the value. You understand? Of the Lord, we value, high value. You understand?
Some trust in horses, some trust in chariots.
We will trust.
And the Lord will trust in your Basha Yoshai.
The scripture says about obedient to those who go out to Egypt for help. And that is what going with these jigs and them who want to run towards that job. So think that, hey, we better for them. Like some of them feel like they get and they were sick and they can help them and they can heal them. Some of them say they will keep their job, right? Some of them say they want to go there and party, they want to be outside. Yeah, but all them in a category are just foolish and selfish.
You know, we can take an example from the story of Job. When Job had that fall, who was the first person came and started down on Job for his integrity was his wife. A lot of brothers going to follow the truth because of their wives.
Right now we see men getting shaky. We see men fall off because of women. We see men get shaky because of women.
Boy.
And you tell me you find a woman in this last day and she add into your spirit, she take it away you from the brothers. You understand? Because the scripture say a man who have wife do like
he has none.
What it say? Say that come again?
I think it's the scripture say for those who have wives be as though they have none.
That's right.
Roughly paraphrase it. And when you look at Job's wife, what did Job's wife tell him? And every brother in this situation could relate. When for the pandemic, what they telling us? All you had to take the job, all you had to do this. What did Job's wife tell him? Maintain his thine integrity, curse God and die. And what the people was telling us during this pandemic, it's basically, hey, don't trust in Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, boy. He can't see you true, boy. You have to go to the scientists and them who make this thing, boy. The exact same thing what Job's wife did is what our family members, our co-workers was doing, the exact same thing. But we held our integrity. We chose to trust in Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. And I worked throughout the entire pandemic. It didn't have a day that I stayed home or I was sent home. My family was able to eat. You know?
It's like, that's a little man. Every pastor them they say, yeah, I trust God enough, but you have to use wisdom too.
That was the big line.
Yeah.
John 9:4 it says, I must work the works of my Father.
God.
I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. So now, as we have the opportunity, we are watching let us go our best foot forward. Back in the brother, the precept where he brought out in Baruch that we had to seek the Lord 10 times more. So now we had to do the things that is pleasing in the Lord's sight. As Job cried out to Yahweh Hashem and say, hide him in his heart and to remember him. So we can ask the Lord to show we mercy, but yet we not doing nothing to please the Lord.
Like Proverbs 28:9. Right? Forget the Chris.
Yeah, okay. But I just want to add fast, but I Yardan. But understand the way they was doing what they into the job trial. So we're coming now with the MOTB when they bring that chaos and they bring that the RFID. What's gonna happen? That's gonna be a solution now. And you have to take that to eat to drink. Revelation 13 and 16. That is the only way out to fit into society. So this is gonna be your one-way ticket to destruction. But in your mind as a tutor or being shaky or wavering, you understand, you're gonna be like, nah, but I had to take that because I had to eat. My children hungry, my wife yelling at me. You understand? So that is your way for you to go and get destroyed. So the government, the system basically, Esau Edom, what he said is really to target you to see if you're gonna worship him or serve Yahweh Hashem or Shai. Or to hold your integrity or show that you don't care, you don't have none.
Hey, the scripture says the Lord is not slack as men count slackness. Though Esau, this system will turn the back on them. Just like the scripture says in Isaiah 8 and 22. Or the last verse, if we could bring it out and all too.
Yeah, all two.
Right? Because they're going to put a trust in this system. They're going to put the trust in the idols, and they're going and get a rude awakening. They're going and get deceived. Right? Okay?
I think Proverbs 28:9 if you still want it.
Come on after.
Alright.
Ready, Isaiah?
Isaiah 8 and 22.
That's at 21.
Isaiah 8 and 21, and it says, and they shall pass through it hardly bested and hungry, and it shall come to pass.
It shall what?
And it shall come to pass.
Does it come to pass? Go ahead.
That when they shall be hungry, they shall fret themselves and curse the king of their power.
Yeah, they're going to curse the government. Right? Go ahead.
And look upward.
And they're going to curse their God. The idol they serve that it didn't profit them anything. It didn't do them anything. It didn't provide for them. Right? They just like, you don't wait for a storm to come, then go in and look to gather water and all kind of thing for the storm. You're a madman, you go in and get licked up.
That's stupid.
Right? So no, we got to prepare for that storm. We got to prepare for that. So they were scriptures about the virgins, the wise ones who gather the oil. So we got to gather the oil. Right? So when the storm come, we have sufficient food. We have things to to survive. Right? Rather than them that ain't provide for the storm. Right? And they get taken. Right? So we had to be about the Lord's business. There's a job you had to work, The scripture says if you work, you
don't eat.
Preparation is the key.
So if we don't put in this work, how we expect for the Lord to provide for me, boy? No, you can bring on the proverbs, so let's show his balance.
How you get paid?
You can't what a man do for you and he ain't doing nothing. You want to help. You ain't want to return the favor, you ain't want to do nothing. You get the proverbs,
Proverbs 28:9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination.
Like Jake today, Jake so bold-faced, they're calling out for the Lord. They want the Lord to do everything. They want the Lord to do this for them, and guess what? They do nothing.
Nothing for him.
Right? They're so bold-faced. They want the Lord to do, and they ain't want to do nothing. It don't work like that.
That is sure what is the most this job we do here, this work we work in here, this is the most outpaid. It has nothing got to pay better than this job we work in here. I saw it as some Jakes who might like you say they're working for $1,000 a day or maybe 800 a day, and you never get a job so in your life. You're looking to go on a job, you're hot and sweaty.
You're sick on your day. You understand? Even want to take a sick leave. But to do the Lord works, you find an excuse. You know, don't even excuses. And I do singing and our song listening. You know, the Lord counts excuses. I mean, I don't deal with excuses. That you're there or you're not there. You know, so this is a quick one to the spirit and power. You have a shame of shine, but you ain't in the cruise with. But I said they can. So you don't give all praises and glory to Yahweh.
Basham Yahushai, Basham Kakedash.
You know, double honors to the elders and the apostles once again who rule well. So the chantely I can push in and shoot and say inside to the four corners of the earth. If you act what, listen and learn and be obedient to the husband. You know, free brothers here from GMS Trinidad. Shalom.
Shalom.